Hey, look, had to buy the homie $5 lighter. It ain't nothing.
Yeah,
It's called support, motherfuckers. We recording already?
Yeah, we're good. But fuck it, but break it down.
It's called support, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's dope, man. Go ahead and introduce yourself. Who we got up on the spot?
We live right here, man. Check. I go by the name of Qwestcoast, man. If you didn't know, I represent Los Angeles, man. I represent graffiti. I represent the whole culture of hip-hop, man. All the elements and everything about it, man. Yes, sir. I'm happy to be here.
Why did it take so long to get you on the fucking interview?
Oh, you know what? I don't know.
Where you been? I'm gonna blame you. I'm gonna blame you.
It is what it is. Yeah, it's probably on my end. You know what I mean? I wasn't grinding enough or some shit.
Nah, you been
It is
though,
what it
dog.
is. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But we're here now. You know, it led up to this point.
Where are you originally from?
Originally from LA, man. You know, born and raised in East Los Angeles, and I moved to the city of Watts at an early age as well.
Like what age are we talking about?
We're talking about like around 7, 8.
Okay.
7, 8, yeah. It was around the LA riots time.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So not the Watts riots, but the LA riots. The
yeah.
LA riots. It was crazy as shit, man. You know.
How was it like at that age? What do you remember from
what?
that? That's some LA history, like
yeah. You know what? I'm used to the whole being a vago and shit like that, being out, you know, riding on buses and shit. So at that age, it was like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this? You know, we get a bunch of free shit, but it was the wrong thing to do. You know, like I know that now and shit like that.
What would have been the right thing to do in that
The
era?
right thing to do is just stay the fuck inside the house and mind your own business. You know, because.
But you wouldn't have got the free shit.
Definitely not. But you know, it happened that way. Everything happens for a reason and shit. Yeah, man.
So were you MCing in East LA or when you got to Watts?
I was doing that in Watts. Yeah. Definitely not in East LA. It was just about graffiti in East LA, man.
Okay.
Yeah. I love music, but yeah, it wasn't there yet.
What got you into graffiti then?
Maybe the school, man. The school where I was at, Jordan High School, Markham Middle School as well. So Markham Middle School is where it started, really. Yeah.
But like, what did you see, or who are the writers, or like what something?
I was the writer. I was the graffitero way back then. You know?
But there's always something before though. Like, did you see it like subway art? Did you see someone up in the hood?
It was mainly in the hood. Yeah, mainly in the hood. It was CDP, you know, Maz. It was a lot of dudes. I could sit here and just roll call all day, but yeah, everybody around, you know, Watts, South Central. I was influenced by their graffiti.
And then how did it transition into MCing then?
That's where the school came. You know, there was about a bunch of other races, you know, spitting, and I was like, I could do that, definitely. You know, my skin was brown, but I definitely represented. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And you still do.
And I still do. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I'm gonna jump all over the place though, but I would say you're like pro Mexican, pro raza. Is that purposely done, or is that just who you are?
It's just who I am, man. I represent, you know, the people that helped me growing up and coming up. That's what I represent, man.
Okay, so then you're pro Mexican, you're pro raza. Why aren't you doing corridos then, dog?
You know what? That's a good question. I actually got something in store for everybody.
You're bullshitting.
You know? Somebody told me that just a few weeks ago, and you know, I got busy. I got a track produced by Big O from Extract Films. It's also a director. And yeah, man, I got busy.
So you're singing or what? Or playing the guitar?
No, sir. I could carry notes. You know, I write music for singers, but nah. I kept it raza, man. You're really gonna just have to tune in and listen to what I got. It's on some different shit. I definitely ain't representing gang culture. I'm representing my people.
So
my
you'll be rapping on that, or
I'm rapping. I'm rapping and just representing my hardworking people. You know, when I say that, I'm talking about the eloteros, the tamale lady. You know, the boxers that be training young youth. You know, that's what I'm talking about on the song.
What's different from writing for a singer than writing for yourself as an MC? Like
for me, there's no difference. I put myself in that position. There's no difference for me.
No,
I put myself in that position. Doesn't matter. You want to make somebody cry, I could do that. You want to make somebody laugh, I could do that.
So writing wise, like.
Yeah.
So when you sit down and write, are you doing like, all right, let me do fucking, I'm going to do a corrido right now. I'm going to do a singing song. Like, you know what you're doing, or are you just as it comes?
Definitely, but I'm going to do it my way. It's definitely not going to be called a corrido. You know, I'm going to do it my way. Yeah.
Okay. So then who are your early influences in hip-hop as far as MCing?
Early?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? It had to have been like the whole Corrupt, you know, the Dog Pound era. But I was into different hip hop, man. I was into Onyx and Beat Nuts, you know, the Liquid. Yeah,
okay.
All of that. Yeah.
And did you go back even further, or that's it, just it because you grew up in that era, or you know what I mean? Like the 80s stuff too, or not?
Yeah, like the Rakim and all that. Yeah, that's really where it caught me. I was watching Who's the Boss. I don't know if you ever seen that, or Who's the Man. I think it's called Who's the Man.
Who's the Boss? That's Tony Danza, dog.
Who's the Man?
Sitcom, dog.
Yeah, Ed Lover and Dre, right? Who's the Man?
Yeah,
Who's the Man?
Yeah.
And there was a soundtrack to that, you know, and this dude was rapping super hard, and that was Rakim, man.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, man. Follow the Leader. The song was called Follow the Leader.
I just trip out, though, because, like, people like you that are successful and have the longevity, and I'll get into more of that after, but
Sure.
you guys study the art, and, like, that's what makes you further it. Is that purposely done, or just part of, like, because you're into hip-hop?
Definitely, you got to study the art for sure, man. I think that's in everything you do. Like, I wanted to tap into DJing, but I can't do that because I don't have the time to study the art. I don't want to mimic something, you know, that I can't perfect as a craft, you know what I mean? Like, if I call myself a writer, it's because I'm a real writer. Like, graffiti wise, you know, writing rhymes,
Yeah.
I'm a real writer, yeah, and I could definitely prove that.
You don't have to tell me what you write, but do you still write?
I still write, yeah.
Yeah.
Qwestcoast, Qwestcoast.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Damn, that's dedicated right there. So what I was getting at earlier is that, and I'm going to try to break this down for people outside of, like, the business side of it, or the whatever you want to call it, but people that DJ, people that organize, promote, people that are, like, knowing of hip-hop know about you.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh,
but
that's good to hear.
But how come it doesn't translate to, like, the fans? And what I'm getting at is because, like, anyone that sees you perform will be like, hey, dog, this fool is on it. Like, you got it. This fool's like, okay, let's put it this way. There's 5 performers. You're going up second.
Yep.
The next time I book you, I'm be like, hey, this motherfucker moved up. Like, we're not putting him second, dog. We got to move him up.
Definitely.
But how come it hasn't, like, got that for you, dog? Like, you know what I mean? As far as what you do.
You know what? There was a time where I wondered about that. And I kind of sat around and was like, yo, the same thing you just said. It was like, how come I don't get that? I call that complaining, bro, and that's just something that our race doesn't do. As Raza, we don't complain. We just do the work, man, do the leg work, and that's all I got to say about that, man. You know, that's all I did, really. I kind of just, you know, looked in the mirror and said, stop complaining about shit, and let's just do the leg work, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, any promoters out there, anybody looking for your music, where can they find you?
You can contact me at lopezempire1@gmail.com, or get at me through the IG. You know, I am Qwestcoast, or Lopez Empire IG.
What is Lopez Empire?
Lopez Empire is an independent record label, man, that I did myself. You know, about 5 years ago, I registered as a legit performing artist, you know, in the state of California. And I went ahead and did the same thing for my company. My last name happens to be Lopez.
Okay.
And when my abuelita passed away, I felt like I had to set a mark. And what I mean by set a mark is like, my last name should have been my rap name, really, you know, Lopez. But I felt like, yeah, I could do something with that and make that my record company, you know, my own independent shit.
Word up.
Yeah.
Welcome to My Empire. Videos out now. What is that? What's going on with that?
Welcome to My Empire is the name of the album, man. I got 4 videos shot by 4 different, very talented directors, man. The first one the song was called Strictly Hip Hop. All of them produced by ZAPATA the Ghost. And the first video was shot by the homeboy Extract Films. The second video was shot by LA Icon. The third video was shot by Mighty Muds, EOTR. And this last video was shot by the homie OG Pamps. 4 definitely talented directors who I hired myself through Lopez Empire.
Word up, word up.
Yeah.
And that whole album is produced by ZAPATA the Ghost?
ZAPATA the Ghost, yeah.
Well, why not other producers? Like,
you know what? We locked it in. We recorded the whole project in about two weekends.
Okay.
You know, I went to the studio and we knocked them out. So the project was done a while back. I just felt like I wanted to create visuals to every single graffiti song I had, to every single, visual that I wanted to put out.
And no features MC-wise either, right?
Not on that project, no.
Damn, you guys were just vibing then.
Yeah,
huh?
I had a few. One of them was Bobby Castro.
Oh, shit.
And he's dope as fuck, you know. I wanted him to feature on the album. He just made Zapata's project. We used that for that because I wanted to stick to my word. I believe I said a couple interviews that it was just produced entirely by Zapata with no features. So I kept that, I kept my word on that.
But the next project, you will have features.
Definitely.
Some of the producers and MCs you have featured on there.
Oh, man, I got a bunch of dope producers, man. The homie LOA, Love Over Anger. He's a dope producer. I got him on 2 Cuts. And then I got the homie Beat Butcher. He's a monster, man. I've been working with him from the beginning of my career, man. Yeah, and definitely Zapata the Ghost. I'm going to try to get some Javi Lopez on there. Yeah.
Word up, that's Kings Only. And
yes, sir.
And when can we look for that to drop?
You know what? There's no date. I don't like to put dates on my projects. This last project is like 2 years in the making already. And we never said, I did kind of low-key say, there was a date, but I had to scratch that, because this shit is timeless. My music is timeless. And what we're doing is going to be pretty special, bro. So I just want to make sure it's right.
Word up, any shout-outs before we let out, man?
Yeah, I want to shout out all my people that's still supporting, man. Still supporting Lopez Empire, all the homeboys that are getting involved right now, all the big companies that are getting at me. I appreciate everything. I'm doing this shit solo, independent, Lopez Empire to the death, homie. You know what it is. I'm shouting out the homie Zapata the Ghost, LOA, and everybody else, man. Keep supporting your homeboy.
Oghuskeyradio, stay posted. More interviews to come.
Oghuskeyradio.